Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the Aegis Max kit from Geek Vape. Now, when I reviewed the single 18650 battery Aegis, so many people said, I wish it was 21700. Well, now it is, and you can use, 2700s and 18650s in this guy. So let's go ahead and dive into it. This is just sample packaging, so disregard. So inside, you will, of course, have your device. Then you'll have the Zeus mesh sub-ohm tank. You get an 18650 adapter, a straight piece of glass, some extra O-rings, and this tool to take your coil head out. Remember, we reviewed this tank before, so we're not going to get too in-depth, but I went through all this. A micro USB charging and upgrade cable, and a second coil head. Now, we'll take a quick look at the tank here. You got this Delrin 810 drip tip, okay, O-ring down inside there. This does have top airflow on both sides, says Zeus on the bottom too. Fixed gold-plated 510 pin. Would not use this on hybrid top cap mech mods. To get to your coil head, you unscrew the base, like so. And if you can't get it out on your own, you can take this little tool right here. Whoops, there we go. And pry it on up. So this coil is a 0.2 ohm, 70 to 80 watts. Mesh coil inside there, like a grid style mesh. And the other one you get is a 0.4 ohm. Grid style mesh as well, but the grids are a little bigger, resistance is higher. So I'm going to put a couple drops of liquid in this 0.2, push the coil into the tank. Remember, the tabs need to line up there. Okay. Remember, the airflow comes down those two chambers and then comes through the bottom of your coil. Let's screw the base on. And I got liquid on my hand, shocker. Now let's go to fill, little quarter turn action. Fill it on up. Now let's get the tank out of the way. So here is the mod. Looks like an Aegis single battery mod, doesn't it? Obviously, it's going to come in different color configurations. It says Geek Vape right there, Aegis right there. You do have your charge port right here, charge and upgrade port. Remember, you got the little plug because this is waterproof, shockproof, dustproof. Push that guy back in. There we are. Gold-plated, spring-loaded 510 pin. Nice large platform up there. I had to order new calipers and they're not here yet, but that looks to me like up to like a 30 millimeter would work fine on this. At the base of this tank, I think that's what, 25? And look how much room you have on both sides. So you got the metal frame piece right here. I think that's zinc alloy. Then that standard rubberized coating that we've seen on all the Aegis mods. And then this back leather panel that's got a slight cushion to it. Really like the buttons on this one. And that nice tight click that we've seen on other Aegis mods. Down below is your battery compartment. And you do got to pull up like that and unscrew like so. Remember, there's O-rings and stuff on this thing to keep it all sealed. You do have a minus right there because the negative goes towards the bottom. A couple holes right there, and there is a membrane inside there that if there is enough pressure, it will vent through. If, obviously, your battery vented. So I'm going to use one of these Home Run XLs, 21700. And it's a 4007 milliamp hour 21700 battery. And like I said, you can use the 18650 adapter and use 18650s in this, or you can use a 2700. But we're using a 21700. Let's go ahead and put the cap on. Now let's turn the mod on, 5 clicks. There we are. Now, it's flashing on my camera, right? That's the refresh rate on my camera. It does not look like that in real life. I've said that on multiple boards before. So it's your standard Aegis layout, Aegis UI, right? It's got the same chip in here, 0.1 watt increments, all the way up to 100 watts, round robins to 5 watts. We're in power mode right now. Battery bar, your ohm load, your amps, your voltage, a puff counter. Let's go ahead and screw the tank on here. New coil, yes. Now press the fire button 3 times. Power lights up there, and you can scroll between wattage, TC nickel, TC stainless steel, TC titanium, TC TCR, a variable power curve, Bypass mode, back to power. When that's highlighted, if you press the fire button again, you can set your resistance. So there we just locked the resistance. You can reset your puff counter. So we've seen this so many times, this layout. Obviously, when you're in TC mode, there's some other options you can do, but it's the same board that we've seen, goes up to 100 watts. Now, if you press the fire button and the up button, that turns up the brightness. Fire button and the down button, that turns down the brightness. The up button and the down button, that locks it. You can see the little lock right there. So you can still fire, but these controls are locked. And then, of course, 5 clicks turns it off. So there's a look at it in my hand. It's actually very comfortable. Thumb fire like that, or pointer fire like